This is Casey at the Guardian Oracle 33. What's up, guys? How was your day? What's up, Jason? Boy, that moon is beautiful. I was walking out here. I've got pink skies over here to the west. Pink and orange skies that fade into the blue, and then it gets darker over, and then there's the full moon with, very distinct stars out. It's so beautiful. Hopefully you guys all had a wonderful day. If you're new here, my name is Casey. I'm a psychic medium and intuitive. We just get together here and talk about elevating, really. If you like the vibe, subscribe. Back to these matches again. I keep forgetting to get... Okay, new for ya. Okay, so what we're digging into tonight. What are we digging into tonight? This vision. What is this vision about Holy Spirit, holy angels? I heard you can see clearer now. There could be an aspect of yourself that's kind of walked into this timeline that you're on right now. You know, especially if you had a bunch of shifts in your life where you moved away from people, places, things, or things that have you, that have been trying. Those are the things that grew you in this. It feels like some of you really could be opening up your third eye. We're going to find out and see what energies are playing a role and what's up with that. Yeah, moving forward. Protections here with courage. It feels big. It feels like on the, not quite to the edge of your seat yet, but it feels like when you know something is manifesting and going to be coming into the physical realm. You know, almost as if it hovers above you and maybe you just don't see it. All right. Tearing up that fireplace. Hi, Alicia. Okay, powerful. Archangel Michael, I call you on to guard the gates. Straw family, thank you guys for being here. If you set your intentions with this read, you will surely find something in it. There's always a hidden message within a message. I demand, declare, and decree that no weapons formed against myself or my listeners that are in the upright will prosper. Any energy sent to me will be sent back to its origin. So how you send it, use your intention wisely. Allow us to see light, awakening, to embrace this journey. Any guides that want to come through for the collective, that entertaining, that unentangling, allow those messages to come through for the highest good is the intention, the highest good only in the light. Thank you, Army of Light. All right, seeing Tandy's name right now as transformation comes out. So I said it is a... I want to say, I'm hearing in subcutaneous level, deep combustion. I'm hearing the algorithm, ancient Chinese secret, a humidor. The song Purple Rain by Prince. People pleaser. Bangkok. I'm trying to say that with a straight face. I don't know. Now I'm in this. It feels like a Chicago. That's it. Chicago. Fuck. Maybe you are from shit. Maybe you are from Chicago. What does he say? Chicago. Ace Ventura, when H calls, he says Chicago, and that big guy gets down there on one knee. You know. I don't know why you just seem like, what is his name? Country singer. I'm hearing Jason Aldean right now, but he's a big boy. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm hearing where the blacktop ends. Red dirt road. Ain't you gonna wanna if you wanna be my baby tonight? Yeah! Okay, transformation and a connection. So we're asking about this vision for the highest good. This vision... It feels like adventure was face down. Adventure is face down. Okay, I want to see there's this vitality and protection. Okay, you are a very spiritual person and you all would consider yourself. This message is for somebody or a collective of very enlightened beings. It looks like there's a sense of elevation through the crystalline grid. You could be receiving this frequency and signal. I'm hearing strong indicators. Right now, this keeps saying with the floating rocks. So some of you could see the floating rocks, or feel like when you do see that's where you belong in some way. But there's something. See how those crystals are underneath the rock? It's like we talked about this connection of transformation. For some of you, I want to say it feels like a higher aspect of yourself walked in. I mean, and it could have been laying dormant. If you've had a near-death experience, if you have been, should have died, came back from something, it feels like something was seated within you. I heard, it feels like an activation light code, but it was something that would be triggered throughout the DNA or within, the divine timing. It's like after you cleared the blockages, your guides have taken something off, which is allowing you to have this vision of, wow. I want to say what you thought it was, it's nothing what you think it's going to be. The feeling, the energy of it, it's in it. It feels like, I want to say the word astounding, aesthetics. It feels very, I'm just going to channel the words, charismatic, charisma. Like I don't know, the energy feels like when you get those moments that you linger on. Hearing that song by the Cranberries, when you linger on it, and it's like this connection to yourself or whatever this is, your dreams, or you could feel shut off. Jason and I were talking about that today, this morning, about not sleeping so good, and like there's this sense of protection that, and when I say protection, it's like the energy or your manifestation is protected because it is elevated. It's no longer circumstantial or on the table to talk about. I keep hearing Aldeans. I can hear Upchurch in my head right now. Connection, vitality. You've been able to tap into, I wanted to say, because I was meditating earlier and I kind of just zoned out where I was at. And I told you, like, I have these times where I like blip out of my consciousness, like my body's still standing there, but in a way I go somewhere else. And it feels like this is what you would be experiencing. You could have noticed, like, over a couple months that perhaps you've had like upgrades in certain ways. Definitely, like, I want to say with your intellectual abilities to adapt and overcome, but it's not like your ability, your precognitive dissonance is like dissipating in some way. There's something that's being shown to you. No matter what the level you're on, it feels like it is multidimensional. You could resonate with Blu-ray, Crystal Child. These could just be confirmations. We're talking about energy here. We're talking about this an energy that creates something throughout the entire being. The chakra centers, the 7 key points to this awakening phase. It's to the point now where your guides, your higher self, this transformative higher dimensional aspect of yourself has Okay, this is what I'm hearing. Some of you told your guides and your team when you're setting up your contract to come down here. You hid some very pertinent information in some very hard lessons. So anybody who we call karmic, but it would be a lesson that you needed to learn or that your soul wanted to grow from. You could have been dead asleep and never been awake and been going through this and realizing now, okay, this has been a lesson. I see where it showed up in my life several times. Like I'm saying, on any level that you're at in building up that, it feels like an inclination. It's like somebody's being dragged along and away to these sign synchronicities. Some of you have been waiting for this, and waiting patiently. See this light back here that she's staring at it. When it illuminates, it's this transformation. All right. Tell me more. Tell me about this vision. You could be transforming from having no intuition or no emotions, and you could now be starting to have emotions. There could have been something that really broke you. It does feel like a deep mother wound is what it feels like. And it feels like for some of you, it has manifested itself in the way that you were raised. And then you could have had, and that could have been the lesson, entangled with other people, you know, strong women, but just not very loving. You know what I mean? Their love language, your love language could be touch, physical touch, and, you know, speech, and the way that you communicate, you know, and feels like somebody's, you know, female that was significant in life gave them a side hug, or they pulled away, or would bring them close, and it feels like for some of you that's definitely the situation. The universe in you had hidden this crucial key to this transformation, connecting to yourself on a more vital level of emotional intelligence. And for those of you that are very connected to spirit, access to these keys for higher dimensional realms, you know, and this has been within the genetic and the energy centers throughout your body. And some of you, I keep hearing higher star chakra. Some of you could have felt very unloved and I want to say undisciplined in some way, undisciplined in love, the way that you loved or the way that you viewed it, or especially if you were or engaged with somebody that was very materialistic, you know, and I just mean that they're more, you could be more of a dreamer. This person could be more of a, they hang on to what's happened to them, you know, and that's what teaches them for the next time they don't allow it to happen. You know, it feels like somebody has the chip on their shoulder. I don't know why I said chip on their shoulder, but perhaps they do, because the wounded warrior is out here. Somebody could be feeling very hurt because they didn't follow their intuition on something. I have goosebumps on my leg as I say that. This person, there's just lots of stories coming out, so I'm just going to let it go because I know there's a lot of you that watch. You could be being watched right now. You know, somebody could feel no connection to you. You could have done some sort of cord cutting, or in some ways elevated within the, I heard key code 1211. I'm hearing aspartame. Anesthesiologist, the VA. I'm going under. You could be a veteran that, I don't know, it feels like for some of you, you could have been visited by an angel when you got put under, or whenever this near-death experience was, because it feels like a bigger part of you walked through or came back, or you see something different now, and it's like within whatever you let go of, if you lost a piece of whatever, biopsy, or just whatever this is, it feels like it triggered something within your nervous system that had a reaction. I'm hearing on the nuclei, within the atoms of the cellular system. So I'm hearing molecular cell regeneration. You could have been very sick and something like you might be getting clarity that you're healed now through some sort of connection. I don't know, maybe it makes somebody a believer, definitely, for sure. I'm hearing Gerald, Jadine, Micah, Adam, Bernice. So it feels like the one that Spirit's really wanting to come through is because it's about connecting the heart, the emotional intelligence with the higher intellect, or should we say the intuitive sensitivities, your ability to sense and decode. It's like if you get goosebumps or whatever that is, you could know your signs by now, the way Spirit interacts with you, or when, you know, there's monitoring spirits or the energy shifts, you could yawn, which is weird because I feel like yawning right now as soon as I said that. So there's a lot of empathy. They say that you can only yawn with people that you're empathetic with, or if you're an empathetic person. So it's a resonance within that. And now you could be, if you've gone through this trying time of not, I want to say just, I'm going to ask about this because I feel like for somebody it has to do with a love. Maybe you were, I'm hearing insensitive, desensitized. you know, to love and emotion in some way. And you could have lost somebody that really mattered to you, somebody that you've seen that had a powerful connection and was transforming. They could feel very, their vitality, so their ability to, it looks like they're in the middle of nowhere, you know, connecting. And there, you could have seen somebody like this or them, you, how you connect. But it's on a deeper level. It's almost like I feel like you might experience telepathy with this person in the next 3 years, because this has transformed both of you. If this is a relationship, yeah, you guys are working on each other. It might feel really, really hard for you right now if you're in a separation. For some of you, you've been with people that got you to the point of not feeling loving anymore. You could have used you. You could have had this wound from a parent that, you know, just weren't as, and you could have found somebody that was super lovey and, you know, you're on their mind. Some of you got treated like straight ASS, to where you lost your sensitivity to nature, your connection. It broke a piece of you. And Spirit, for if that's something you're going through right now or you've been contemplating, like, just know that you were protected. What, you know, and I'm going to say this because I just heard it, what was left of your heart into some sort of information that comes in bits and pieces. And slowly you could be seeing this in a connection that you have, or just how much you've grown, your own transformative energies. Some of you are talking to passed on loved ones, like they are there in your house. They, you know, if they, you could hear their whisper, you could smell a cigarette. For some of you, you could smell coffee. Maybe you don't drink coffee, you smell something. For some of you, I'm smelling peppermint, peach cobbler, chili. You know, I can smell cornbread getting out of the oven. That sounds so good. There's certain smells that come back to you, and if you're smelling that, I keep seeing white fluffy clouds, and then I'm seeing like clean linen. So there could be something with that smell of clean linen and the color light blue. I'm hearing Benicia. Benesian. I'm hearing ashwagandha. That one comes through a lot. 22. Okay. You could have gotten to this. So I'm going to ask about this. Yeah, this unloving state. Okay. For some of you, you are in the process of setting yourself free. Could be from up to 4 different people. For some of you, I think only one of those 4 people are actually loyal to you, because I see it perched on the shoulder and it brings a different message. She's covering the ear to the left. If you get ringing in your left ear, you could feel a different vibrational frequency that's not as activated, or I want to say acclimated. You could get ringing in your right ear most of the time, but it feels like for some of you when you get a negative thought or something that's, I want to say dishonest, you get a ringing in your left ear. Or that to you could also mean passed on loved ones, like I want to say trapped souls or more shadow-like energy from the left. Somebody's setting themselves free, and it feels like there's either, for somebody, there's one person that's just not giving up on something, and you take that as you will. For some of you, there's somebody in this person's ear. This could be a male. They could wear a leather jacket like that. They could look like that with their hair. They could ride a bike. A street bike. But it feels like somebody just is not letting somebody, they're like so done with the situation. They could see blatantly clear that somebody is set free and somebody's moved on. It's just one person that keeps coming through that says, you know, see, these guys just keep trying. These guys are like, I'm fed up, I'm done with it. This could be a spirit guide or a passed on loved one trying to lead this person, you know, whoever you left behind. I don't know. There's somebody taking a different look. They're starting to receive a vision about a connection. It could have been I want to say tumultuous in some ways. It could feel like I don't even know what the truth is anymore. 99. You could be seeing that number quite a bit. This vitality comes from, that comes through, and my whole body, I just felt like I've got the warmest hug, and that sense of safety, and just, it felt reassuring. There was reassurance that it came from your own self, you know, from your own higher self. It's like you get the vision. You get the vision. It could be something with gold dishes. I'm hearing Southeast Asia. Man, I just keep hearing Aberdeen. Aberdeen. here in Crocodile Dundee. Somebody could like to watch that. I don't know. You could also get messages. You could become a lot more multifaceted through this transformation. Somebody could actually be seeing you as very multifaceted, from maybe not trusting your intuition to going through a very tumultuous, painful time. You could still feel the sting. I heard somebody say, I can still feel the sting. Feels like somebody's higher self's trying to come in and talk about that. Maybe there is a piece of letting go that you need to do. You could wear shirts with your shoulder out like that, but even though she's a wounded warrior, it feels like, I don't know if some of you did something to somebody else to cause conflict or chaos, you know, just because of your own hurt and pain. That's somebody on here. In this transformation, you could be seeing through somebody else who is become very connected, or this could be you moving into this. We're going to find out. 99 feels like an end of a cycle. I also heard 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. So, and that's what this attitude on her face kind of looks like to me, is somebody's very bitter. Maybe they're not giving up on creating a division or setting you free in some way. This feels like it could be just somebody who pulls on your energy or your vitality. They could do this through hijacking your, I wanted to say brainwaves, but it's, they tap into like your psychic attack in a way, you know. They, as long as your mind's on them or the situation, or them you, they could feel like you've done something to them, especially if you're spiritual and maybe they're not. They could feel like there's some sort of spell or something there, could, because they could be receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities. For the other portion that is being spoken to right now, they want to talk about whoever you try to do this to in this transformation connection. This person lives, breathes, drinks, is very vital in what they're here to do, vital in their mission. It feels like they have a lot of shoes that they feel, and in each, I wanted to say competition, but in each interaction, it's like, if you feel unloved and you've been purposely, you know, it could just be saying rude things, mean things to put somebody else down, or get in the middle of, you know, the way somebody else, because I see a woman in between these two people, and it looks like it could be a third person that comes in here. It could be a mom, it could be an older sister or aunt, but it feels like they've put up a roadblock in some way to create this unloving feeling, this unjust feeling, you know. Queen of Cups in reverse can also be very emotionally manipulative, you know, and there feels like there could have been a lot of that going on. There's fast movement coming around this protection. So if you've been feeling the need to call in protection, you can do that. Call on the light. Anybody who's infringing upon your free will, call back your power. Call in the light army, and hold them in the light, and the divine. Have the divine transmute and work through that. Know you're protected and that you stand in the light with the God Most High. Our intention is everything. Ace of Swords, that's the main truth that comes out. I gotta plug in my phone. Somebody could be getting really tired and running out of energy trying to do something. Maybe perhaps they see that you're moving forward. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see comes out again. There's a lot of spying. There's a lot of, I want to say, investigation. It's like somebody is constantly prying, whether it's, they could spend most of their day on their phone just going through different, I wanted to say software. So somebody could be able to get into your phone or see your messages, if you have a joint account with somebody, or some way. Feels like for some of you, if this is a bigger corporation that's spying and sneaking through things, yeah, it feels like somebody's trying to be sneaky about something. And it really has to do with your energy and your vitality. So it's like if they wear you down in the psyche, then you're giving them their energy right through your thoughts. Because you could be a very powerful manifester. You could be somebody that's, like I said, very highly spiritually connected. You could recharge your batteries really fast. Somebody does need to charge the battery, or make sure, check the alternator. It feels like the diodes in the alternator aren't keeping the battery charged, you know what I mean? Or your battery's dead and it's just running off the alternator. You could be jumping your vehicle a lot. So I'm not going to feed much more into unless it comes out, but there's the truth about this. When I talk about this, it's you're protecting something, and it's hidden like deep within your mind. Deep within your mind. Some of you might have thought about doing a past life regression, or you could be thinking back to when you had one. You could be trying to understand what that meant. There was some sort of transformative energy, whether you purged or you, maybe that person even could have been like an earth angel in disguise that protected something perhaps that they seen. Or noticed something that was attached to your energy and had it shut out, like outside of the office door or something, because they have like grid lines with crystals or something set up. They could be very, feels like there is other protection that comes in through this vision. I'm very interested to see what this vision is with the Fool coming out under vitality. You could be, for some of you, wearing hats or protecting your crown chakra. Maybe when you sleep, they got those little silky hats. I see somebody doing that. Why the Queen of Cups in reverse? I heard switch decks. Emotionally manipulative connection. Boy, somebody is stubborn here. I mean, they don't want to hear nothing. What they say goes. They could be very unloving, very lack just solid intuition. They could talk to a bunch of people, like constantly on the phone. And they could be getting advice in some way, and it feels like there's a lot of, naysayers. And there's like one person in particular that is always talking about something, talking about somebody. This person could be, they seem like they're confused about this person that's standing in the truth, and then is like highly connected on these in these different realms of energy. It's like you can shapeshift or transform your energy. Benevolent, be an alchemist. You could probably get real thug if you needed to. You're able to call in other attributes and energy. You have a really unique way of looking at things and connecting with people and energy specifically. You don't judge people, and it's so interesting because they're showing me like people with disabilities or people, the unfortunate, the homeless that are on the streets. If they smell it, you know what I mean. It just, you can connect with anybody and everybody with no judgment. And those are like the hidden realms right there I'm hearing. And that's where you picked up a key within this energy center. It's something like that. You have this, but it's a shared energy. So if you did give somebody who didn't have money, or trying to help somebody, or communicating, or in some way breathing hope into people, you're planting those seeds, and that's connection. And somewhere there's an energy transference. So that's where this vitality comes from. And you could be feeling those shoes through the divine by you could be very obedient to where you're called. If you feel to sit down and meditate, or if you feel the need to sit and look at things and just kind of quiet your mind instead of going off your rational, try to be logical about things. It's like you go to a higher mind where you receive probably a lot more accurate from a bird's eye view. Let's just say, because this is already somebody who can see into probability and energy, or could manipulate it for the highest good in a way, you know what I mean? Somebody who can work with energy and alchemize. They're, I want to say like this sorcerer energy that's very, it's like they serve the archangels in some way. I want to say serve, but they work with them, or this is an archangel in body form. And this person could know that, you know what I mean? And it's very interesting. Or have that energy. It could be a higher dimensional state of their actual being. And that could be that vitality. And that could be the charisma that this person... Because this person, I want to say Dark Lord. Or my daughter showed me a TikTok today, and it was snow prints in the snow. Footprints in the snow, but the toes are all real pointy. She put her foot next to it. It was huge, and she goes, "What in the Voldemort fuck is this?" And I started laughing so hard, but it does feel, we're talking about people that can work with energy. So, and when I say black magic, I'm talking about somebody who's very versed in shamanic rituals. This person, or their past life ties are, they could not even realize that what they call on, I heard time to pay the piper. What they call on could be, I heard killing them right now. It's killing them. This vitality. Okay, tell me more about this Queen of Cups in reverse, the 9 of Wands, and the 5 of Swords, Holy Spirit. Over a marriage or a home that's in reverse. This could be happening in a home right now. There could be a lot of drama about your own spiritual growth, you're moving forward, your transformation. I can hear somebody say you've just changed, you're different now. What changed? You know, and that could really have somebody in their head. You could have spoken truth to this person about the way that they move. I heard you're doing too much. There's definitely an energy of awareness around this. Whatever this relationship is or whatever this is going on in the home. This could have caused problems within the family dynamic, specifically sisters, it looks like for some of you, or a group of friends. Connection and the transformation within the home dynamic. Mind, body, spirit. Maybe it feels like that's what this was, manipulation. Because when I first started to read it off, I was talking about emotional. What's up, Constancy? Jaward. This is not a religious channel. No, I just tap into the consciousness of the collective and just kind of pull through energies, look at pictures, and we do divination over here. We're serving the good Lord in the most auspicious ways. My Lord and Savior. What in the Lord Voldemort? It feels like within that's a secret society of some sort, because we're talking about lords. I'm hearing kinship. I can see people who have like black robes on right now, you know, with the cloak over. They're sitting in a circle and it's like, it feels like cavey, it feels underground. I've rechanneled this before, because it is underground. The house is in reverse. Wow. Somebody could have called on like some underworld energies. I have goosebumps when I say that. That could be their vitality is calling on the nature of the beast. I'm hearing the mark of the beast. I'm seeing the initials WW and MM. But they overlap each other on the legs. Whatever that means. King of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. There's no love in this home. Somebody could be so tired of going through this every day. It's like when they come home, they're just like, they don't even care if they fight anymore. There could have been a complete loss of a connection. And I want to ask why. I see the connection, the transformation. I see a connection to angels. I see a connection to the earth, the land, this vitality, these higher frequencies. This could just be somebody who is elevated and moving on their way. And I'm trying to figure out what this is, if this is a past version of yourself that's now recognizing this transformation. Because I see a truths out here with somebody going in on something that they're not sure about. It could have to do with a business or an entrepreneurship or somebody that you just see who's moving or progressing in a fast way. I want to say it feels like a inspiration in a way up here. And if this is the same, but whatever this is, the King, Queen of Swords in reverse, or of Cups in reverse, so they could be liars too. You fucking liar and you fucking scoundrel. There could be a lot of name calling too, because I feel like there's very vulgar energy. You know what I mean? This could have to do with this person in the back who's set free. Somebody could be thinking about setting themselves free from the naysayers, the drama, anybody who tries to build up fence or create this energy of unloving energy within a home dynamic or your heart space. Anybody who tries to make you feel less than or disconnected from your own transformation. It feels like this is being judged. So why the King of Cups and the Four of Wands in reverse, Holy Spirit? Because of a connection. Okay, confirmation on the phone. That came out nice and easy. It's a Page of Swords and a lot of watching. And a message about this watching. Somebody could be, I heard fucking bitch. See, this feels very materialistic over here. A lot of watching, a lot of spying, a lot of talking. It could be to the point right now where like this home dynamic is completely falling apart. Right now, it's cold in my shed, so I'm pulling my heater a little bit closer, but like it could even feel like cold when you walk into this space or where this person's at. It could feel just cold and empty. It could feel like dense and heavy. If you're alone and you've gone through this because of, I don't understand. It looks like you lost family out of two people who fell out of love or that there's this naysaying that comes with it between it. And it looks like spirits because it's ravens, you know what I mean? Those are birds of messengers. So this house could actually feel haunted for some of you. Could feel like there's, I don't know, you could have brought these spirits back if you are a veteran or a warrior of some sort, a police officer, military. I want to say if you've helped people in the state of death, it feels like, so for those that haven't transformed or go over to another connection, they attach themselves to you in some way, or this could just be in a place of work. You could feel drained and very tired lately. You're working on this connection and transformation. Whatever this is could be trying to disrupt this connection with your higher self as well. And it comes in with the psychic attack. That seems like how they do it. I don't know why I'm saying they. Whoever this is that's watching, have observed this home be put in chaos and destruction. Man, two very either Minotian. I got a minutia. The minutia. I've got a notion. Seeing somebody's gonna, they got a notion of something playing out, or I think somebody's tying it all together and is now having that, what the WTF moment, you know? Why the watching out here with the no love in the house in reverse? Because of this connection, of this, it's a highly spiritual connection in some way. Hold on just a second, my daughter's here. Thanks, guys. Okay, here we go. Why the watching? This feels like this is all centered around either spiritual growth or somebody growing, evolving, somebody becoming more connected to their higher self, or this frequency, or they've discovered a secret or a hidden talent, an ability that's brought vitality into their life. They could know this about somebody else, that and they could be protecting them in this way. The Ace of Swords, as I look, it's the truth, because somebody might recognize that you have hidden talents or hidden attributes buried deep within. So they're trying to awaken this, and maybe this was something that was put on the path with this unlovingness, whatever these people were, how it manifested, right? So it feels like you needed to get, I heard your ass moving so you could get on this transformation. Jason today said I was a decade of sleep, you know, being asleep for a decade. So 10 years could be important here. There's no going back. Whatever this is, it's like, I just hear there's no going back. Once you step into this, or you get this message that somebody's not walking away because they're choosing a connection and a transformation. I want to say not walking away from spirit. It's like somebody chose that loving themselves and their higher selves. I want to say too. If you're separated from this person, they could be trying to say, you know, I heard I really fucked up. All I can do is sit on the sidelines of my own life and watch. Feels like somebody's hands could be tied. They could be seen for what they do, and maybe if it is within it some sort of secret society, it feels like that to be very careful about the messages that are sent. Some of you could have been married to somebody that's like a double agent of some sort, you know, and there could be, my heater just cracked when I said that. This is going to be crazy. For some of you, this person could have had a funeral and passed away if you were married to this person, and or whatever this was is falling apart, and then you separate and then they die. For some of you, this person's still alive and they work for like the CIA and I want to say like I heard the cleaners. So somebody who was a double agent of something, did something behind the scenes. Maybe they were, I heard the shot caller for some of them. And they could have had to do this. They could still watch over you. You could still feel or smell, I don't know, in some way. This person could be highly spiritual, like have very been trained with their abilities since they were young. This is why you couldn't know that. You could have been a front or a cover for this person in some way. Some of you make sure you shut your door all the way. I was like, man, I just put over here and it's still getting colder. Okay, tell me about the watching. Oh my gosh, the watching because of this loss of 10 of Pentacles. Somebody could have lost a lot of money from this. You could have been awarded money in some way because this person had to go on a mission. This is crazy. I know, this sounds fucking nuts, but it feels like, or whatever this was. Somebody could have made an excuse, grew distant, became unloving, and I don't even know. Like, it feels like somebody's fallen off the face of the earth. Maybe their own family don't recognize them anymore. Their house doesn't feel the same. They could always be in the state of mental fog or confusion. It feels like somebody's battling demons in some way. Somebody could have an obsession with watching somebody's life fall apart, you know? Somebody could be inducing some sort of sabotage onto somebody else, you know, and not wanting judgment to come to the forefront. It feels like karma is at play right now. I just can't help but see somebody set free behind all of this chaos. The Wheel of Fortune's out here, so what goes around comes around with this non-loving situation. The 10 of Pentacles is in reverse. The marriage card, you know, what I heard is 1111 upside down or right side up is still 1111. So for some of you that have suffered this within a marriage or within a home dynamic with your family, whatever this was that tried to come in between, it's an energy, I'm telling you. It's some sort of energy that is either summoned and cast. This could just be, words are poison. When they're vulgar and hateful, whether this is a seed, but it feels like to me, did this happen over time or was it fast? This home falling apart with this husband and, why am I saying husband and wife? And I want them to pop out. This husband and wife. These two energies. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Cups and the Four of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is already out here. Somebody wanted something that somebody did not have. You could have been really spiritual and really abundant in your own way, and somebody was just, you guys literally could have a differences in the way that, out of balance within one being spiritual. 43 as I say this. 77, you could see 77, you could be a life path number 7, July 7th. Somebody was not willing to see the way that you've seen things, your connection, the way that you transformed, your vitality. I feel like there's a sense of like irritation in a way, you know. 9 of Cups twice. And that both falls over the Ace of Swords and moving forward with this vitality and transformation. What's this person's deal? Why the 4 Cups? Why not seeing the gift from God? I heard, you know, the Spirit. Your family's gone, your 10 of Pentacles is gone. You lost your husband or your wife, it looks like. And the King of Pentacles in reverse, because there's money, greed. Money and greed. I want to live a more material life. But then why the watching, though? If they're good and I just want to say for some of you, this could be a separation. Why are they watching? Could be something that you're doing, something that you're saying. If they see you around, they could see that maybe, you know, we talked about that higher dimensional part of yourself walking in on this timeline. Like you could just have an appearance of very strong vitality. You could be looking younger. You could be very attractive and appealing. This person could see that you hold some sort of wisdom or knowledge. You have a way about you that just like allures people in, you know, and it could be about this golden light that you have, this connection to the higher realms. They might not know what it is, you know, because they never wanted to pay attention before, but now they could be doing this watching and wanting to send some sort of a message. I think somebody, you know, knows that you're protected or protective, and that you can, yeah, you'll see them coming a mile away. So this person knows that I feel like they want to move in fast, and I want to know why. Because it feels like over here, Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Slow and steady, and then somebody's moving fast. Slow and steady. Yeah, you could read this person, you could read energy. You could sense when they're even thinking about you, probably feel it, or you think about them too. You could, you know, be a card reader, do divination. You could be very spiritual. You could be very, you could have psychic abilities. You could scry into water. I'm seeing the Nine of Cups and she's in the ocean. So you could, like mermaid. You could know about other worlds or other times, or just have some very deep, vast information that you've shared or that they somehow know or have been shown in dreams from their own guides. If this is something, it feels like, I want to say, this isn't over yet. And it's not over yet on account of the fact that something was planted at an easy pace. I heard, a house don't fall when the bones are good. I built it piece by piece, brick by brick. There's a slow-moving energy that comes out between these two. Different energies, I want to say. And now the Page of Cups is coming around. See, there's some sort of, they could see this gifting, this energy could be observing. It's like, I feel like, wow. You could know things that, you know, if they are in a society of some sort, or if they're very connected in a family lineage, or about, like, let's just say, like, ancient architecture, or, I heard freelancers, Freemasons. You could have a very deep mind, and you could either do, like, some sort of hand movements or an energy that you let off, because they are gifted, very gifted individuals within those sorts of societies that protect very profound secrets. You could be adopted and not realize, like, your lineage, and I'm saying this is all part of, I want to say, protecting in some way, but other people could be recognizing an energy that you carry, or this distinct wisdom or knowledge that you have that could feel very, they want to question you in a way, you know? Some people could be wondering how you have this connection. What is it that you're seeing? They could want to know your vision. You could just be getting started out on this, going nice and slow in your spirituality, working with angels, the Fae, the Dracone, Octorians. You could be... Oh. You could have called back like 2 pieces, fragments of your soul, which closed off a very specific timeline, which brought forward this higher version of yourself as you're connecting deeply. I mean, whatever this is, if you get in water, if you just, it's about when you have the deepest intention to connect with your inner self. This is when you're experiencing this. It's about intention and connection. It's not anything that you're doing that's, it's about when you intend to connect with the divine realm, the angels, the spirit guides, Jesus Christ, whatever ascended master, whatever energy, you know, to ask. And it feels like there's a lot of humility that goes on when you do this. You're very humble in the way that you're precise with the way you want to move forward. It feels like nothing and no one thing can take you off of this path that you're on. It feels like this connection has just kept you seeking and looking, and even as trying as it is, it feels like you're this archangel. How to say archangel? I want to say it's ascended master energy that you can cohabitate within. You get this vitality to continue to move forward. It feels like it could be very scary for some of you sometimes. You might not know which way to go, or, you know, it feels like you want to call somebody, but there's just like perhaps nobody with the wisdom and knowledge, because, you know, your dad or your grandfather could have passed away. This could have been something that was very connected to that. Some of you, you know, did lose a man that looks like this, and I can feel him. I'm hearing the name Gregory, but this man comes out, and this could have been about a death, this stopping and loving situation. Whatever it is, it was, I want to say it's as part of a sigil, I want to say that right now. It could be your sigil. It could be a distinct mark on your journey that holds very powerful, I'm hearing impigtation. There's something with the feathers that you find. You could take them and make some sort of protective jewelry out of them. Earrings, that's very specific for some of you. Some of you could actually pick up an archery bow and realize that you're really, really good at it. That you hold ancient wisdom. I'm telling you, like, you could just pick up something and become very versed in it. It could be, for some of you, I'm hearing preacher. It's like way that you speak to people. You could bring people to the light. Some of you, would be very wonderful veterans that work within the VA and talking about addictions and suicide. It feels like all this stuff, and it feels like, you've sat on the sidelines for so long. Maybe you travel to the same place every day and talk to your spirit guides, and you've grown. It feels like now's the time, this connection. Something else has been set in motion. And it could feel like somebody from the past. It could have been up to 10 years ago, Jace, because it says 10 of Pentacles in reverse, but it's the family card. It's a decade. It's been a decade now, I think it's time that we revitalize this connection, this vitality. For some of you, there's a union here that is protected. It could be killing somebody that they don't know how to get to you, or that they can't see through. I heard the lines. They can't deliver a message, or my left arm got really hot. I can't deliver the message. This has somebody in their head. It feels like something dark could come from this, or that feels like something's clouding or hovering over somebody. This could be dreams, literally, these dreams about this transformation and this connection with you or spirit. This could be you, yourself with spirit. What are you not seeing? What's not being seen here? The Ace of Wands, divine trying to give you a gift. Hummingbirds could be very significant for you. I got goosebumps all over my arms, my legs. Hummingbirds are one of the highest vibrational animals that there are, and there could be somebody God's bringing in a frequency. I wanted to say frequency of love about these lonely nights, or the separation, or this unloving situation. That could also be a sign for some of you who have lost somebody. You could literally have hummingbirds come up and just hang out by you. It's a signifier about the high vibrational beings that you are connected to. What's the vision? What's the vision? The vision is Two of Cups in reverse. I wanted to say for some of you, love's not in it, The vision. The vision could be, somebody wants to talk about a connection here. That's not the Empress. Your presence is being felt on a very huge level right now. That has somebody not wanting to walk away from a situation, but at the same time not wanting to heal. So because that's the scenario, I don't even want to read on that, because that just wastes my time and energy. You could be pregnant. You could have lost somebody that felt like a twin flame to you. You could just be a very abundant, and somebody could, I don't know, maybe looking back now and they're like, well, how did I fuck that up? Well, I heard magic. You could look really good. You could be very attractive, very good at what you do. They could, these energies could observe that you could grow something from nothing. Like if you got left in the wilderness, you could literally make a fort. Like you would be able to survive. You'd be fine because you get divine help. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I said literally grow something in the middle of nowhere. Some of you could be growing something in the middle of nowhere. Some of you could have lost, I know it sounds crazy, but your pot farm or something, or somebody's trying to find something out about a pot farm. Where do you grow it? That's crazy. Trying to find a map to the key points. For some of you, there's mystery schools that have observed you, or they're very aware of your unique abilities. They could know the energy that you have or know you from previous, I want to say, multidimensional other realms. You could be, some way it feels like some of you, whether it's your guides or somebody intentionally when you wake up from the dream state, could be taking your dreams or this pertinent information that was meant for you. Because they know that you receive messages, but more than that, it's like a light code activation. Has something with the ability to see. The divine could be also doing this so that I feel like some people can't siphon off this energy. It's like it's being stored genetically for some of you. This could come out in a kid, but it's going to blossom and bloom at the right time. You know, and I'm looking at 2 lotuses right now that are floating in gold, and lotuses grow in the night. They grow in the mud. They grow in the shit, you know? Okay. What is this transformation, this connection involving? They want me to talk about, like, you've created a transformation in somebody else. This could have been a loving connection. It does feel like it's romantic in some way. Especially if you are pregnant or have somebody's child, they could look at you as very strong and very adaptable to life, and I'm hearing life's mysteries. You've left them feeling like life is a mystery right now. You do have them seeking for something. Whatever it was within this friendship, relationship, feels like a family. Feels like everything fell apart. Feels like since you've been gone, nothing has been the same. This person could also have lost another family member or is getting ready to lose a family member. Karma did come out here. It feels like for whoever this person is going to become a guide, a guiding light, and help this person to go through this transformation. If this is a significant other, or this, maybe you don't know this person, this could be a relationship on 2 different sides of the world, because I'm seeing the 2 of Cups in reverse. Opposing energies, I heard. And maybe the person that you are in love with is literally, you could be the yin, they could be the yang. Like there'd be a very, very trying relationship in some way. But that's maybe why this baby comes out and holds this gift or this DNA now, because you guys couldn't make it happen. Somehow this child is the bearer of this gift, which seems to be very vital intuition. That will blossom and bloom. You might see this in a child when they're, I'm hearing 9 years old. Or if this is you, if you feel like this is a part of your story and you have a significant child you feel that with, then the answer to you is yes. I heard we're reweaving back in genetic coding, higher genetic coding. Yeah, I just seen like somebody giving somebody something to eat, or it's like what's programmed within, whether it's the food or whatever this subcutaneous, so under the skin shot is, and somehow it alters the DNA, and they could be breeding or hooking up with random people, and I don't know, somehow a kid comes out of it, and this kid could get watched as like a study of some sort. You know what I mean? I'm hearing physiological. It's interesting. I'm hearing something about a resort now. Okay, tell me about the vision. Steps of fate. Traversing perilous paths. And it does feel like there's a lot of paths that wind off or come back, and somebody just wants to make sure that they choose the right path, and they do that. And you might have to check in with yourself, but it feels like even if you're going to do it alone, you're going to do it because you know you're doing it for the highest good. You know that you will find the right people in the divine. You might not know what you need to do right now. You could be looking for some sort of leadership or role model or some sort of new energy. You know, you could talk to your guides and tell your guides, hey, I'm ready to advance. Could you send somebody who could help me with this? Building that connection with yourself. Journaling also helps do that. If you're not really comfortable with praying to God or the universe or manifesting, and you know that's something that's hard for you, try just journaling your feelings and emotions. Some of you could be very profound They're journalers, but some of you could be writing a book, a very important book. You could be doing it right now, or you could do it in the future, and it feels like it holds important information. It does feel like it has to do with children. But it feels like there's hidden secrets within it, and it could be about a very special, I'm hearing the book Kubo, the movie Kubo. The kid was magical. He carried a very specific, his parents were two of the elite that had him, and they were, forbidden to be together. And that's why it feels like this didn't work out. Whether, you know what I mean, these are two opposite people, but it feels like something's destined within us to be like this. Somebody could be holding a vision about the differences. I heard the twist of fate. I feel like somebody's going to be able to rewrite something and get something back, or commandeer what's rightfully theirs. If there's been illusions casted over something pertaining to a transformation or lack thereof, I heard. About this karmic situation that could feel very, it pushed you into awakening, so that did what it was supposed to do. And sometimes the shock and surprise of something like that after the fact, while we're living it, Spirit saying, look at life in a series of cycles, cycles and chapters. What do you need to close out? What are you taking with you? The logic and reason is great. But there's also a time to use your heart and have intuition, because if not, you miss out on subtle messages, Weight of burdens, defiance against darkness, victory over shadows. And this could be that lingering energy for some that have. It could literally feel like a haunting. You could feel haunted by the past of somebody. And if it feels like you are on the middle of a transformation moving forward, I would suggest that you call on your angels and some protection and put light around you. Call back your power and your energy, and declare your sovereignty and your divine birthright of your highest timeline. Spread love, seed love. Don't live in fear, because it attracts more fear. Anything that's meant for you, trust me, you'll know it. And the more you wake up to yourself and how your connection to things, you're going to understand. Everything else is just a muse. It's just something to keep you distracted, or keep you, that could be something here too that comes through, some sort of distraction from your personal growth, and if you're somebody that falls in love easy, or likes to have those sort of connections, this is going to be a hard lesson for you, because doing things out of a space that aren't with intention, and especially if you are connected to spirit in some way, and you use your, I don't even know, I wanted to say sacral charm or siphoning, it feels a little Jezebel-y type spirit, darker, I don't know, somebody just tries to be seductive or attractive. I just heard right now, like, it's not all about sex. And there could be somebody that just wants to make everything about sex, and if you don't have sex, then who are you fucking? Like, it just feels like there's a lot of that animosity and jealousy. Yeah, because the truth shows after a while. Like, you could come in and appear if you put a cloaking mechanism or some sort of fuck with somebody's free will to try to appear as a muse in some way that you would suck somebody in or create diversion or distraction. To make them, it's almost like, especially in this significant other, this home and whatever this is that came in. This could be spirits, but just because you can't see them don't mean it ain't real. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that, are unconsciously calling on things that aren't for the highest good. Subtle magic is all around. Otherworldly wisdom, keeping a sense of wonder, build creative power. The person on the path to waking up. Well, let's just talk about this muse that comes in. Let's talk about this magic and this Two of Cups in reverse. What do we have with this? Around winter. Things could have went upside down. There could have been a transformation and a connection because it is protected. Terms. It feels like the terms switched on a dime. Maybe things aren't working out. There's no ability to negotiate, or there is no more begging. Feels like something's taking, I heard, a turn for the worse. Somebody could be obsessed about this and trying to watch or understand why things in their life are falling apart. Somebody's realizing it's because of the deities, and I heard the devil's collecting contracts, so I heard last night too, time to pay the piper. Somebody could be wanting to swap this with you in some way, and you could have really went into hibernation mode around winter and reversed terms in some way by some sort of protection magic or prayer or manifestation that you had. Your lifestyle, you're being told right now to keep some things to yourself. There is a need for, it's not about being secret, it's about being private. The less that people know about your situation, or that you speak out loud, even invisible energies, whatever, these darker, lower vibrational energies, despite that hangs on other people. There's people, all souls all around this that have not passed on or gone to the light, you know, that are just mingling, roaming this earth. They're in your rooms, they're in the bedrooms, the bathrooms, and especially if you're highly intuitive people, they try to connect, especially if you have a light, because that's their life source to keep them alive down here. My dog's barking as I say that. I heard be on alert. Secrets are being held and things down low. I wanna hear some George Jones, nothing of the new. 'Cause I'm here getting wasted, just like my country heroes. I wanna hear some George Jones, Cash is gonna play it low. And I'm here getting wasted. And I heard with no place to go. That could be somebody's lifestyle, you know what I mean? Is whatever that song that this comes through right now as far as a muse. I just feel like some sort of entrapment that somebody's in, yeah, and that's just, the entrapment's what's got this separation out here. Silence, longing for you in distance. I don't feel like this person is going to say it. They could cover up with drinking, music. Fuck, this person's lost their money, their home, their status, something that they once sat in. They could be observing this or watching this in some way. Their home could be falling apart, lost their home. Their intuition could be completely off. They could feel zero love in their heart or connection or any transformative energy since whatever the separation happened. This person could be viewing you as somebody that's moved on, somebody who's very intuitive, somebody that is able to decipher through energies. If this person does mess with mind altering, I heard habits in some way, projecting energy, they could see that you have a lot to offer, that you have a big heart, and that no matter what, you know, you could have got with this person, had a baby, and gotten a lot heavier and had a hard time losing weight, or attraction could have faded in some ways. But it's like, even though other people come to, you know, I heard to influence or to mingle or whatever this person with that Jezebel-like spirit, it's like this person still, no matter what, you might not be as handsome as the other guys in an aesthetic way, or however that's, you know what I mean. I don't know who looks at stuff like that either way, but you could be being remembered for your heart, your energy, your glow. One, either because this person misses siphoning off of it and they now know that you're intuitive enough, or you've broken free from whatever the illusion was. So it feels like somebody cracked a mirror, or somebody was able to set something free. My dog's barking again. Protection comes out here with vitality and transformation. This connection is undeniable. Oh. Hold on, guys. Hopefully I don't lose this.